Time to make the green chili, or as its proper name would be, Chile Verde, which just means green chili, obviously. That was a tough one to figure out, wasn't it? Anyways, I'm going to start out with about 1.5 pounds of green chilies. All these measurements are approximate. They don't have to be exact on them. You can have 1 pound of green chilies. You can go with 2 pounds. It's a really flexible recipe. So just use it as a guide. It doesn't have to be exactly the same measurements I'm going to give you now. Just use it as a guide to make your own, because you'll want to make it to suit your own personal taste. You may like it to be a lot hotter, or you may not like heat at all. You just want the flavor but without the spicy heat. So leave out the spicy jalapenos and the other spices. If you don't like onion, don't put onion in. If you love onion, add extra onion. This is about 1/2 cup of rough chop right now. And I'm going to go with about 4 to 5 cloves of garlic. And I'm going to use one decent sized Roma tomato. You can do all kinds of variables. Oh, I'm also going to use about 1 pound of pork. These are, this is what they labeled boneless pork, country style ribs. I think it's actually what's known as a pork butt. But I just sliced them into about 1/2 inch thick slices and fried them up. And now I'm going to dice them up to put into the chili. You can leave the pork out if you want to make it vegetarian. Just leave the pork out. You can use, traditionally, green chili is made with chicken stock. I'm not going to use chicken stock today. I'm going to use water. And again, if you wanted to make it vegetarian, just use plain water and don't use any chicken stock. So let's start the music. You can use a food processor or an immersion blender or whatever you happen to have. I'm going to use this fancy schmancy little gizmo here. I want to blend this to get the chili really, really smooth. You can do a rough chop and make it that way if you want. But I just want to make it as smooth as possible. So there's a good start. And this is, I'm going to use about 1/4 cup. This is about almost 1/2 cup of diced jalapenos. Here we go. And the tomato. It's looking pretty good. Go ahead and add it to the pot I'm going to make the chili in. And on to the green chilies themselves. And again, it's looking pretty good. If you've seen my other videos, this is the Mexican spice blend that I've made. Let me use, I'm going to go ahead and go with 3 teaspoons. And about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. If you want to make this hotter, You can put in some chipotle pepper. You can use you can either dice them yourself, or you can use some chipotle powder. You can put in some chili powder. You can put in some hot sauce. Whatever you want to perk it up and make it as spicy as you like. That's 1 quart of water. And now for the pork, I'm just going to cut it into nice little chunks. And we'll just bring it up to a boil. And then reduce the temperature and let it simmer for as long as you like. Give it at least an hour. Give it a little taste and see if it's hot for you. It's still pretty mild, but sometimes it sneaks up on you, so you gotta be careful. That's pretty much it. It's really simple. You can add a lot more tomatoes, a lot more jalapenos. You can add some cilantro. You can add some tomatillos if you want to dice those up and use them too. It's all up to you. Just use this as a starting place and go from there to make it your own. Make it the way you like it best. Well, it is done. I've let it simmer for about 6 hours, and I did add. I used this this jar here, this bottle. I put about that much water in here, cold water. Be sure to use cold water. And I added about 6 tablespoons of flour to it. Shook it up really, really well, and then stirred it into the chili to thicken it up a little bit. And it did a very nice job. It's thick enough to coat the food, but not so thin that it's just going to all run right off. So, there you have it. Some green chili with pork. It's got a little kick to it, a little spiciness, lots of good chili flavor. What you can do if you make a large batch like this, you're not going to be able to eat it all right away. I use these little plastic bowls here, and just fill it up to it's about 90% full, maybe a ½ inch from the top. Put them in the freezer, and once it's frozen solid, put it into a zipper style plastic bag, and you can just take them out and let them thaw out whenever you need them. And that way you can make a large batch, and it'll last you for a couple weeks or a couple months, depending on how fast you go through it. But like I say, you can adjust it to suit your own personal taste. If you don't like onions, leave them out. I left the seeds in; they don't bother me. If the seeds are unappealing to you, you can scrape the seeds out of the chilies. If you don't want to use a tomato, don't use a tomato. It's so easy to adjust it to make it the way you want it for your own personal taste. Give it a try. It's really good stuff. Tacos, burritos, put it in the hamburgers, make huevos rancheros, and put some on your eggs and hash browns and bacon or sausage or ham, whatever you have. It's good on so many things. It's even good just to, what it's really good on, you're not going to believe this, but I guarantee you it's true. Instead of using salad dressing on a salad, use some green chili. It's really tasty. It's going to save you a bunch of calories, a bunch of sugar, and it's really excellent. I know you're going, everybody I've told about it says no. But when I've been able to convince them to try it, they love it. It's just really great as a salad dressing. Believe it or not, it's true. Anyways, I'll see you next time Cook and Gobble videos.